Hello and welcome to Workhorse Wrestling Network. You are gathered with us tonight for the Cookout podcast where we talk about what's cooking up in the world of professional wrestling.
Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. We are having a good time here. Enjoying the week of wrestling. We're going to talk about SummerSlam and we're going to do some uh news stories in the week of wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. I was a little slightly confused just then because now Twitter says you have to have a premium account to stream to them.
Yeah, I noticed that the last time I know. So
it's like you can't stream to Facebook, can't stream to. Oh my God, ladies and
they're
gentlemen,
making it harder and harder every day.
yes, you are now seeing us on YouTube and Twitch. That's where you see us at. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start it off before my good girl Anika gets here and we get deep into stuff. With my clown of the week, ladies and gentlemen.
Deeper than Atlantis, deeper than the seafloor, traveled by the mantis. So.
Listen, them little kids and stuff, they get deep in here. Ladies and gentlemen, my clown of the week. I can't. I'm just gonna put the things up first before I put the graphic up, so you all know who it is. I ain't got to say no names because these people this person likes to sue. But oops, I did it again. Dumber. Okay, it is the one, the only Logan Paul. He starts to talk. He does crazy things, and then it's oops. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. Ladies and gentlemen, this ain't his first oops. Walking in the forest, showing people's carcasses, saying crazy things. And this time, he decided to talk about something he had no knowledge of. And he just threw his whole chest in it and realized he was wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, it would have took 2 good articles, maybe listening to the lady talk, that would have eliminated this problem. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, Logan Paul, that's why you lost your championship. It's because you opened your mouth and embarrassed the company who had nothing to do with you. Okay? Lost in your hometown. It felt like old WWE. You lost at home. And MGK, listen, that's a whole nother thing. You should have just kept it at Jelly Roll, and that was it. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, they had the song.
They
did a song together. That's why it was both of them.
No, they could have kept without him. That was a without him moment. I mean, if we want to get into it, MGK can be problematic too. So you had 2 problematic people together. Yeah. And the man couldn't even get out his shirt and step out of it quick enough. We just going back to the realization, he ripped it off and was almost tripped up and fell. If you can't even rip your shirt off, and an elderly man did it in the middle of a convention, I know you could have done it. Okay?
Talking about MGK?
Yes.
He ain't got no muscles to rip off his shirt.
He ripped his jacket and dropped it on the ground and almost tripped up over it. At that moment, you know you're supposed to stop. What's up, my boy? Hold on, I can't put something with the clown. But again, ladies and gentlemen, my clown of the week is Logan Paul and his big, giant mouth. Like it says below, oops, I did it again. Dumber.
That's hysterical. Yeah, I mean, it's not funny because he's an idiot, but I mean, it is funny. Listen, I was not a fan beforehand. I'm not a fan now. I won't be a fan in the future. I'm not a fan of his brother either. They're both douchey. I don't like them. I'm glad that LA Knight has that title now. I was irritated he was a champion in the first place. And that he only defended it. What do we decide, Timmy? 2 times in 9 months? What do we decide? How long? We talked about it the other day. Was it 2 or 3 times he defended it in 8 months or something?
I believe this was his 3rd defense of the title.
Yeah. So
well, last week he was the Hogan was the clown of the week. because his convention had tactics. But this time MGK wanted to be like him, and so he ripped his shirt off. And second thing, because Slim is new to this, we don't call him that name. We call him Paris from Florida, because that's what crazy people call. Except for Nika,
Yeah.
she might act like crazy. I don't know.
Listen, and MGK and whatchamacallit, birds of a feather, right? So that's all I gotta say. I mean, I mean
And for
the
those who don't know,
douches hang
I'm
together. So
I'm Dolores. That is ALW, the CEO of Workhorse Wrestling Network. Slamming Sammy Joe behind is the voice, the vocal stylings of Slamming Sammy Joe. Anika will be here later on. And CM, we still love you. And baby CM, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, we could just talk a little hot topics before we get into SummerSlam because we waiting on Anika. We have many of hot topics. First of all, we're gonna go off with Jacob Fatu's injury. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, Jacob Fatu, quote unquote, injured his leg, which was already scheduled to be something planned in the match. They said we don't hope he's injured. They
was
said
that
he
the
seemed to be
move?
fine.
Was that the
Huh?
move where was that the move onto the announce table where he
Yeah.
bashed his leg? Okay, okay.
It was
Just making sure.
supposed to be that he was going to fake the leg injury. And
Okay,
that was going to prevent him and Roman from being face to face.
okay.
But it kind of like it might be real because they caught him at the airport in the store taking a picture with a walking boot on. So I don't know if
Oh.
we taking this kayfabe or we just going for it. But sources say at this point he doesn't seem like he's injured, but we'll see when it comes to Friday Night SmackDown.
I did see a story today about how supposedly WWE is very happy so far with the work that he's done, and
Oh
that
yes, he's a very
they've
hard
got
worker. If you watch the Indies, very hard worker.
yeah.
My guy has eight. I think it's 8 kids, 7 or 8
Oh
kids.
wow, I didn't know that.
So yeah, when you got that
I
many
mean,
kids,
I know he's had a rough life, and I know he could be a little rough around the edges. So I was very happy to hear that backstage everything's
yeah,
working out
he's like
so right now. And
he's married. He's very wholesome, down to earth. He kind of changed his whole life around.
yeah.
There was that instance of him being a no-show to a charity thing, but aside from that,
Yeah, I think that was something that had to do. Thank you, Slim. So the next thing on the list is somebody who no showed their event. Zilla Fatu. No, he isn't signed by WWE yet. This weekend, he did not show up for an event, but was at SummerSlam. And people thought that he was signed because he backed out of the event and was at the WWE, just like normal people do, who show up and come to find out he had some travel delays and he just decided to stay at SummerSlam. So,
I mean, interesting. I mean, I assume that at some point he's coming, but at the same time, I mean, there's a lot of family members in the WWE at the moment. Not that there isn't room for Zillas too. I'm just saying. I mean, there's a lot of family members in the WWE at the moment. So I'm assuming he's not too far behind, as I assume probably Hikaleu is at some point here soon too. So it'll be very interesting to see once we have all of these family members.
ladies and gentlemen, the next topic we have is Rob Feinstein. If you do not know, to catch a predator, you remember how they used to set up bait and set people in their house? Well, the ROH owner Rob Feinstein got caught in that, and he's been banned in the wrestling world. And so it was a shocker to everyone, including the WWE, when his face was shown on a hard cam in some comp seats. Well, come to find out, WWE didn't give him those tickets. They gave it to a friend, and a friend bought him. So that was an uproar because people thought
The
that
friend.
the friend, WWE made it clear that they did not get him those tickets to SRS, and that a friend of his gave him the ticket, and that the cameraman did not know who he was when they scanned the crowd to show those people in those special suits. So he just got
That's
caught on
funny.
camera, which all weekend he had been taking pictures with WWE talent. A lot of them did not know who he was.
I don't know if this was still Vince in charge. I think it's all bullshit. But because it's not, that doesn't mean it couldn't still be. But it smells fishy. I don't know. It still
Yeah,
smells a
because
little.
if you all didn't listen to the after show, Cody expressed that WWE talent had sent them pictures and notes on the superstars that will be at SummerSlam, and that for the talent to engage with them. So like, oh hey Undertaker, how you doing? Da, da, da. Hey the Steiner brothers, how you doing? Rick and Scott. They let them know Jackie, DDP, all the people that will be in those box seats we saw. For younger talent to engage and talk with them and get to have a rapport when they see them in the hotel.
Right.
So Rob was not on that list of people, but Rob was making his way around talking to people like he trying to get a good thing. Ladies and gentlemen, the evolving saga of Shane McMahon, Tony Khan, two daddy kids who have a mission to do it on their own. Ladies and gentlemen, Shane has come out and said, I just was having a talk with him, just regular. There was no contract. We're just talking before we're talking, just having a conversation. Also, WWE has put out a statement saying, we knew he was gonna do it. Like we don't want him back, and so he gonna get back at us by doing it. I mean, that's essentially what they said. They were like, we already knew he was gonna eventually do it. We just didn't know when. I mean, so like, at what point is it like doing too much?
So he was on the. So he's not. He's on the outs with WWF, even though his dad's not there anymore. Like I thought the whole issue was him and his dad were on the out. So
ARD. What happened is that Shane did not appreciate that Vince put Stephanie in charge and that Stephanie and Triple H had took over.
Okay.
And that they made the decisions, especially when it came to that WrestleMania thing. Not the WrestleMania, what was it? Where he wanted to change numbers with Randy Orton. Right. Triple H put his foot down and he did not appreciate that. He is Shane McMahon. And also, it's like, Dad, you should have picked me. It's because you didn't pick me. Now you're out of the company and we have no control. That seems like that's a family problem. And Shane has decided to get back at the get back. And his get back is, I'm going to go after AEW. And WWE was like, we knew it. He's been asking to come back and we don't want him back.
So, I mean, what is the meat on the bone here? I mean, is it Shane potentially coming in to do a spot wrestling? Is it just Shane being involved?
He wanted to also be in the ring and do backstage work. He wanted to be Triple H. But Triple H is like, there's only one Triple H and we ain't going to do that. And we can't trust you in your decisions because you like to put you first. And so that's the moment that things went sour. And as the Vince evolving story went worse, Shane got even madder.
But also, it's not Triple H's call. They sold to Endeavor. Endeavor has the decision. If Endeavor wanted Shane to run it, Endeavor would have Shane run it. They want Triple H.
But that's the thing about it. Shane never got a chance even before Endeavor.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
That's what he's mad about. Is that I am a McMahon. You were supposed to give me my chance. And instead, you chose your daughter who handed it to her husband.
Would Shane be an asset to AEW? Do you want to see him involved with AEW? Either of you?
There are pros and cons. But again, this goes back to every AEW new hire. They're fired in the first 2 weeks. And after that, it filters out and it goes into just smoke.
I could definitely see him.
Be up here, not in the comments. Get your butt up here.
Well, I could see him in a like Christopher Daniels role. How they're using Christopher Daniels, I could see them using Shane in that position.
But also, can we remind people that the last Shane McMahon decision that we had on WWE was Raw Underground?
It worked well in NXT though.
When he didn't have no control of it.
This is true.
Troy, that's the, that's the thing. And at what point is it? For me, this should be a red flag for Tony that WWE was like, yes, we figured he would go over there. He wants to come back, and we don't want to take him. We've been through this before. What does that sound like? CM Punk. He had talks with WWE before he left and went to AEW to be like, screw you. And then he ended up coming back anyway. Hi, Nika. How are you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
Listen, look at it, all glistening and glowing in HD. Look at this.
It's the iPhone.
It's the
I gotta, man. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure my ride's coming, but I'll just say this: whoever hired the sexy dance for the underground needs to stay away. I'm not sure who said, "Hey, underground needs sexy dancers." Whoever that was needs to stay away. It was Shane or Vince. Just stay away.
Shane always wants to put out new talents, show new things, and it's just the way in which he does things. He's more. I can imagine him in AEW being like, "I can book." He's going. We already know from past experience, Shane has a Jeff Jarrett mentality, and he gonna book himself to be the greatest in the world again. He gonna go and he gonna try to fight Swerve for the title. We already know that because as soon as you get Shane a little bit, he like, I can do it. Matter of fact, you want me to jump out the highest building? I'm gonna jump out the top of the Sears Tower. He gonna do something crazy. He can't help himself.
But no one wants that. No one is asking you to do this.
That was my first husband in my mind was Shane. You know, here comes I was dancing. But when I got older, I was like, sir, you don't have to do this. Also, the very last decision Shane made was to have that fight in the ring when his legs told him no and his knee blew out.
Look, it was gonna be a nice moment with the Miz because I think we all can accept that Mrs. Daddy versus Shane is probably the top 5 WrestleMania moments. But evidently, the Cavs didn't want a rematch. His Cavs said no, and it was tragic. It was just tragic, point blank, period.
I want to say shout out to my girl from True Hill Heat, Stephanie Heights. If you haven't seen her Twitter, the ambulance had to come and get her. Her knee blew out. Just her knee just gave way and she just fell. So she has a real bad sprained ankle and on crutches. I feel bad for her. But I have been in that predicament when you get old enough and your knee goes, hey, goodbye. I'm tired today. Let's go. And you don't know what to do then.
I have 2 things to say about what's been discussed. First of all, you were talking about the Sears Tower, and that reminded me of somebody saying Matt Hardy's side effect. He could do that off the Sears Tower. They're still kicking out at 2. Ain't nobody getting the 1, 2, 3 off the side effect. And
go ahead, Sammy.
And second, Shane McMahon, he had some great ideas. He told Vince, hey, we should buy this company called UFC. Like, there's potential there. It's going to cost us a little bit, but, like, it's going to make us a lot more money in the long run. He was like, nah, we don't want to mix entertainment with real professional stuff. And he also had the idea of NXT back for ECW. And Vince got in his head of, no, we're going to do this. And then it just completely, like, was a failure.
But you have to also remember the UFC failed. That's the reason why they end up selling too. They weren't doing as good as they were before. And now because they're under this under the TKO group, they are doing better. But they were horrible for a while. So it's like I can only imagine how horrible they'll be in advance on it. And speaking of what Sammy said about jumping off the Sears Tower as a Hardy, the Hardy Boys had a meeting with WWE. They did some recording this week. There's a potential of the Hardy Boys back in the WWE. Not only that, this week did we learned that the Motor Machine Guns should be coming back. We also learned that the Lucha Bros, Cero, Mero, might be coming to WWE too.
Look,
Yeah, I don't need to see the Hardy Boys anymore. But Lucha Bros I'm here for, and yeah.
This is great news for WWE. WWE is in need of tag teams and women.
look,
Yeah.
right here, so I'll just say this, and hopefully I'll meet you at the end. I am very shocked that the Mercy Machine Guns are not coming to AEW. With Lucha Bros, just give me Pac versus Gunther and Pac versus EO. That's all I want. And with the Hardy Boys, I think this is probably just for them to go to the Hall of Fame. Let's make this official. This is official. This is your last run. This is your last 2 or 3 matches, Hall of Fame, and then stop. No, stop. And I'm very pissed off because how many times are we gonna get close to getting freaking Edge and Christian and Hardy Boys? I'm like, everyone's healthy. Why are we beating around the bush? Y'all just don't want us to be great. And no one, like, besides Christian, who's doing the Lord's work. Everyone else, no. I don't want to see you go against new people. Y'all can just bleed through the TLC or the ladder match, and everyone retire at the same time.
Let's have a real discussion here. AEW is the place to go if you want to be this independent, free-thinking wrestler who just happens to be everybody goes and get injured. Okay, it's a place where you dive off stuff, and there's no real padding, and you knock yourself loose. You get hit in the head with stuff and knock yourself unconscious.
And if there is padding, fans complain.
It's like people want freedom, but they don't understand what comes with the freedom. We be trying to listen, and I say this all the time. I love AEW. I love them to death. But sometimes WWE was right about some things. Like, you're trying to hold Jeff back. You won't let him be great. He's going to come to AEW. He's going to do great. Jeff doesn't have a problem with substances or alcohol, yet we had to send him to a place that he didn't want to go when he was at WWE. Make it make sense. At a certain point, you all have to accept that sometimes when you sit trash out on the outside, as a person who collects things, you're going to have to just drive by it. You can't pick up everything. I can fix that couch. I can repaint that cabinet. You can't do that. Sometimes you just don't have to let that sit on the side of the road. Saraya, oh my God, WWE won't let her be great. They won't let her wrestle. Where is she doing now? Jack crap. Because she's it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't. Hardy Boys are both, obviously past their prime, and Jeff has his issues, and I'm not sure that he'll ever get past them per se. Hopefully at some point he'll be able to get them under control. I don't
think he has no choice with WWE. Whereas AEW, as we've seen, people get in trouble, they go to court, they get support, they get dollars, and they keep doing the same exact thing. I think WWE is at a point where they're like, either you're going to pass these tests, you're going to do what you're supposed to do. And the first time you get messed up, we're going to let you go. We learned that from the incidences where it happened with like MSK and all the rest of them. If you got a hint of trouble, we don't even want to even let you, we're going to snatch you off TV and take you down.
The thing with the Lucha Bros, though, is like the person who I want Rey Fenix to face is Ricochet. And from all accounts, it seems like Ricochet's leaving, so we won't even get the match I want from Rey Fenix.
Yeah, I mean, Lucha Bros and WWE, it's obviously good for their tag team division, and at the same time, I they're going to be limited, and there's really no one that I feel like I want to see them wrestle against. I mean, there's guys, I'm sure, and once the matches happen, I'll enjoy it. But, at the same time, I don't know. I mean, there's off the top of my head, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing them wrestle the Usos, but they're obviously not even wrestling together as a tag team at the moment. So, and obviously, I'd love to see him face New Day, but we know Kofi's out and Big E's obviously out for who knows how long, and Xavier's stuck in the Karrion Cross vortex, or the Final Testament vortex. So,
We're going to get a 4-month feud against Los Lotharios.
Yeah, that's terrible. That I don't have any interest in at all. Like, I don't have any interest in that. Yeah, who knows? That's a good question. We should have gotten that at some point. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what Lucha Bros can do in WWE, or how they book them in WWE. It'll be very interesting.
So Lucha Bros were the tag team champions. I said Lucha Bros are losing the titles to Proud and Powerful at the New York pay-per-view, and they never did the match. Like, I had called that like months ahead of time. I was like, this is where we're going. This is the story. Proud and Powerful are going to be the AEW tag team champions, and it never happened.
Yeah, I think it's probably because Santana and Ortiz had their whatever issues they had going on. I mean,
well,
I don't
that
know
wasn't until like half a year later.
But you don't know how long internally they had been going on. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just speculating. I mean, that could have been part of the reason why they chose to not put the belts on them and put them over a top, or even have the match. I mean, I don't know. But yeah.
We can't hear you, Dolores.
Santana and Ortiz made a decision. I got a new microphone, so I have to click it. And Santana and Ortiz made a decision to separate, which now looks like Ortiz, you should have listened. You should have listened. I've seen you how many times since y'all broke up? What are you doing with yourself? What are you doing with yourself? Santana's out here traveling the world, champion, doing all this stuff. He has elevated himself to be an in-ring beast. I see him every weekend. You get hurt, you come back, you're gone. They had you in suspenders looking like a chump. I don't know what's going on. But at this point, you need to make up with your brother and you need to leave.
Well, the whole thing was that Ortiz wanted to be in a tag team, Santana didn't, right?
No, what it was is that Santana said that Ortiz, he felt like they weren't getting treated right. And when their contract were getting close to come up, he said, let's leave. Ortiz said, no, they're treating us right, let's stay. And he made the decision to leave. Ortiz made the decision to stay.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, it looks like Santana's like, at this point, looking at it, it looks like Santana's the one with the ambition and the drive and the hunger still, and Ortiz is kind of comfortable being whatever he is at this point. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. Ortiz really want to work that hard. The position they were in, and Santana wanted more for the tag team, and felt like AEW wasn't going to provide it.
Yeah.
So the next one up is my girl, the Caucasian Savior, Britt Baker, and MJF. The argument they had led to her suspension. I just want to say, is this a surprise to anyone? Like, I'm surprised she got suspended, but like her talking smack, this ain't new to nobody.
No, and every time I hear something about backstage at AEW, I harken back to John Moxley's comment about how it's still the craziest locker room he's ever been in, even though he was at the other company for however long he was there for. And it's just like, I mean, man, you say keep this topic going. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, both these people are outspoken, and neither of them is going to hold their tongue, and it doesn't surprise me at all. I'm a little surprised that Britt got suspended.
Yeah, what does that mean for All Out?
They only suspended her for a week, so she'll make it.
Oh, okay.
She'll make it.
Conveniently, she's only suspended for a week.
She's friends with the owner, so she can do that. AKA Britt the Karen. Okay, this is not her first time. She's done it on national TV.
Right.
She said a woman who was legitimately injured, might have been faking her injury. But when you was out with the same back injury, didn't nobody say nothing. So I don't know. It's like, to me, and most of that show, Britt talked smack about a person that was not even within sight, who never spoke to her, never said a word to her at all. To me, that tells you the type of person. This is how she do. She do this.
Yeah.
We
No,
watched her have a whole series with Swole, where she was the star of it, and she was injured. She wanted to keep it going, even though she was injured.
Yeah.
At what point are we going to say, as Tony, as a leader, stop doing this? I'm beginning to, I'm the biggest CM Punk fan ever. And at first I was like, maybe what he said was too far. But I'm beginning to feel like it is like working with children.
I think the plus side you can give to her is that she wasn't the champ at the time for that whole storyline. That's really all I can give her, though.
But literally, and I hate to say it like this, but the Caucasian of it all, the Karenness, that you could just walk in and just get a shot. When we had Tony Storm and everybody else go, you got to get to the back of the line because you got to work your way back up. And then all of a sudden, she just pops in and she got a shot.
I mean, didn't it work that way for Mercedes as well? Mercedes just came into the company and she got a shot.
Again, that's the problem. But the problem is that Britt has done this consistently.
Yeah,
she gets time consistently. First of all, her talking on the mic, I just feel like every time she grabs the mic, it's like Warlord, I want to get up and just walk away. But at what point, and you keep giving it to her because she's Britt Baker. DMD. We ain't even doing that no more with her. At a certain point, let's stop it.
I'm here. Wait.
We're still on it. You wanted us to stay on it, so we're still on it. Go ahead. Say what you want to say.
Britt's stupid. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. No. Honestly, this is an example of your reputation precedes you. If you was not crucifying Thunder Rosa when she was hurt, and yo behind, I don't know, got impatient or what, and was talking bad about her and all that stupidness, maybe we would believe you and that you didn't do anything wrong in this situation. But you did do that, so we don't believe you. And no offense, but what you call it? AEW All Access did not do you any favors, especially when your best friend, Mr. Tony Schiavone, was like, sis, you was doing too much right now. So I would love
her own stuff, and that's the point.
Like, I would love for hopefully Charlotte stop, come on, have some more information about this whole scenario. But as of right now, I'm gonna believe the person with the bad reputation of when it comes to this sort of thing.
Listen, it's the point. Let's just say, because some people in chat who know me, if I have a man in the same workplace, it's the audacity that I'm sitting there and you are gonna talk smack about my man in front of me. First of all, Alicia, I don't care if this is a new job or not. I would have lost this quick because I'm about to KO pop. Me and her about to go at it. Okay? Ain't no way you go sit there and talk about my man in front of me. And then I'm gonna get up and go tell my man so he can have an argument with you. And I stand there and watch the both of y'all argue. He punched the wall. He that angry. And I'm just gonna still stand there and just be like, I'm gonna let him handle it. At least, no offense, girl, but you wasn't working and you was traveling with MJF and he was taking care of you and you were having a good time. So you don't have to have a job. You can choose to have a job, and you always go back to MLW if you want to. Or any other company you want to. So I don't understand why you sat there and let this girl pop her gums.
Okay,
and have a conversation.
Now let's talk about it, because on one hand, yes, tell your man when someone's talking smack about him. On the other hand, you are right there. like you could have said something. You already in the room, and you could have squashed it before it got that far. So I'm not sure.
Well, she thought she was gonna put her in the lock, or what she did. What
That
was
little that little
To be
bitty
fair,
energy, you could step on a little twig. Ain't got no freaking power on her bones.
not everybody is confrontational, right? I mean, not everybody wants to fight. Not, in fact,
we
most people
are
don't when it
talking
really
about?
boils down to it.
We are
I
talking
mean,
about Alicia. She is very listen. If CM was here, she would agree. Alicia has been around the block multiple, multiple, multiple times. Okay, allegedly hanging around. Well, not allegedly because we know she's dating multiple people. The last man she dealt, they were down like four flat tires. The dude even had cancer. She was down with him like four flat tires. He rang that bell. MJF appeared. All I'm just saying is she knows what she doing. She know how to talk. She even been in the wrestling ring. She knows how to do this. It's not like she couldn't handle herself. It's the fact that she was just like, I'm gonna let MJF handle this. And he could have first punching that wall hurt himself. Even if you didn't want to get involved, the moment he got so mad he punched the wall is the moment you should have stepped in as a woman and said, you got a
Like,
problem,
babe,
you need to help
babe,
this.
babe. Your temperament is not here. So let me confront her woman to woman, and then we'll hash it out. Now the
Listen,
question really is, real quick, what the freak did Britt Baker say to get her to, like as of right now, he said she said fair fight. So what the freak did she do that was confirmed to get her suspended?
it's not what she necessarily what she said. It might have been what she did. You know how like sometimes you just get the finger popping and all the rest of that you
To
push somebody or something. And that might have been the issue allegedly. It could have been the issue. But this is the point. This is telltale. They like, we already done seen all access. We know that you and Tony are friends. I'm not even gonna go to Tony. I'm gonna skip him and go to HR. And then the fact that now it's reportedly being said out in the street, allegedly, that Will Washington had to go to somebody and talk about her because she didn't want to take
uh
necessarily uh
not
uh
Will
take word from him. That's what I'm saying. Like, at what point are we out in these streets? And it just seems like, Britt, you have a problem with somebody not doing what you want to do. And again, as somebody labeled her, CM Punk Jr. Okay?
Well, okay, so I'll say this, and thank you for CM because she has the inside information. You people are real flippant with their mouths when they think they have power, and not just you being Britt Baker but also the fact that you was or were dating someone close to the EVPs, Adam Cole, and from the streets, aka CM said that's over. And so
Yeah.
now you real life have to find out how much power you have, chick. And baby girl, you
He
don't
said
have
on
that much without him.
he said on his stream that he was moving back to, was it Indiana or something? He's like, I'm packing my things and moving back to Indiana. And then Bella, and I was looking at him like, oh, so she ain't going with you? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I was gonna tell that her quote unquote, if she still had a man, he didn't get involved in it either. He was like, do what you do. Okay. So at that point, I was like, okay, girl, I need you to stop. But somebody who I don't want to stop that's taking a break. Becky Lynch update, ladies and gentlemen. She scared everybody, including me, when she had that post about retirement, but WWE updated SRS to let them know that if she is retiring, she told them. So it doesn't look like that is happening at this moment. She was just thanking the fans for watching the documentary on A&E and praising her daughter for improving her life.
She's just taking a Ross and Rachel. It's fine. She's going on.
Hey, look, I have this problem when they give me too many days off from work. when they give me 2 days or more off, it's hard to say that third day I want to come back. Hey, if you like, this vacation feels better than I thought it was gonna feel.
Listen, if I had 100-some degree fever the last time I was out there, and then my body was getting slammed into stuff, I'd be like, I'll take as much time possible as needed.
Well, they need her to come back. The WWE needs her back for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last topic of tonight. Spoiler alert! If you don't like spoilers, I'm going to give you a good 5 seconds to step away from this NXT spoiler alert. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about Wesley's turn. Ladies and gentlemen, Wesley turned against the Rascals tonight. He super kicked one and kicked one in the dingling, and then he sent one through the barricade and kneed one into the barricade steel steps. Sorry. So Wesley is now a bad guy. How do you feel about Wesley being a bad guy?
Because I'm just trying to figure out to what end. I mean, I'm not sure. It's one of those make it make sense moments, and I'm not sure that right now it makes sense. I guess we'll see what he has to say probably next week or where the storyline ends up going. But for right now, it seems weird.
They lost to Axiom and Nathan Frazier.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one reason, I guess.
He got frustrated that they lost, and he's like,
okay.
And then they was up there crying worse than he was, and he was looking at them like, I'm the one who keep losing here. And that's what happened. This is the season of breakups, ladies and gentlemen. You know, y'all been having hot butter summertime, and then y'all break up. The last people that I see breaking up in WWE is the New Day. Because Kofi found a new member, and Xavier was like, who this? We didn't talk about this. This supposed to be an us decision, and you went and did this on your own.
Yeah. Now see, number one, that tells me Xavier was tricking up on Kofi when he was rehabbing. This could have been a phone call with, hey, bruh, how's your arm? It's straight. You know how it's straight? Because I'm talking to Odyssey Jones. He cool. How you feel about him? But see, y'all didn't do that. So that's your fault, Xavier. Because evidently you don't be reaching out to your friends when they be rehabbing and stuff be hurting on their bodies.
Nope. You could have told me before we went out for the match. Hey, I got a new member. I got somebody I'm gonna put in the group. Somebody don't help us. I told somebody to come to help us. Listen,
he was a just in case policy. If Final Testament popped off, here comes Odyssey. Nothing confirmed. Only you know how many times commentary be messing stuff up. They keep calling Abby the witch Abigail. They don't know who's who. So it's not confirmed yet.
We about to talk about SummerSlam, and we had a incident where On said, after seeing Cody for the first time, hey Cody, I got some people to help you. Some you may know, some you may not know. He gave him a hands up before he went out there. Okay. Kofi could have did the same thing.
But that was just in case. Just so you know. Arn's a vet. Kofi is vetish.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I want to know whose idea it was for Odyssey Jones to do this. Like, he's been around for it feels like ever, and they didn't do nothing with him. Like, he was on NXT for a minute and then disappeared, and then he got drafted and never did nothing, and now
he got drafted twice, didn't he? And then
and now here we go. Okay.
So was he keep getting hurt? Was that why he didn't get an official debut? Did he keep getting hurt?
He got hurt, and then they didn't have anything planned for him. And they did kick around the can one time about him joining the Hurt Business.
Okay.
So
I mean, he's a black guy. Might as well put him with other black guys. That's what they do in WWE. So
that is true. You know what? I hate to say that, but that is very.
Who would he have been a part of?
Listen, all companies do that. I used to think it was just a WWE thing. But
no, they all do that.
I know that all of them do that. Like, and no offense, AEW, the Latino community stick together over there. They fight each other. They group together. They just together. Okay. Whereas we don't have that. Swerve brought that very Caucasian man in his group, and I don't know why, because he can't even wrestle. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to go over WWE SummerSlam Cleveland. Yes, it's called SummerSlam Cleveland. I wasn't gonna do that, but you can go over to the playlist and watch it because we did a watch along for it. It's very fun. It was on 8/3. We started the show with Jelly Roll singing the national anthem. You know, we didn't have no, we had some soul, not enough. And then he sang his song for the WWE show. We started the show, ladies and gentlemen, with the betrayal and the first part of the breakup of the Judgment Day, where Liv Morgan defeated Rhea Ripley with the help of Dominic Mysterio. And now Liv and Dominic are together forever.
This one threw me for a loop for sure. I thought I was saying 95% chance Rhea won this match. I thought for sure Rhea was winning here, but I mean, a storyline, it makes sense, and ultimately, I've never been the biggest Judgment Day fan, so if it ultimately ends up in the breakup of the Judgment Day or a restructuring, like Sammy will pitch in just a minute because he's got an idea, I think, for what he thinks is going to happen, I might be here for that. But yeah, I mean, I'm ready for the Judgment Day to do something else. I mean, just in general, for them all to go and do something else.
Okay. Positives. This is probably Liv's best match. Liv and Rhea, they killed this match. I like it, and on the scales of will I ever watch this match again, and probably not. I'll probably watch this match again. So I'll give Liv and Rhea her props. They both did great. Emotionally, like we all thought it was coming, but Dom, called her crazy behind Gunther basically on Raw. So it was like, all right, Dad, you gonna ride with Rhea. But then you turn. Like, I don't understand why you did that. I don't understand why you did that. That's your mommy. And let's be and real quick, all you people talking about he was manipulated. They are the same freaking age. Dom and Rhea are the same. It ain't like no older woman, younger man. They are the same freaking age. That boy knew what the freak he wanted. He wanted to be a simp.
No.
Rhea was cool with it. It became love. So all this whole thing, that was manipulated. No, that boy was 25, 26 when they got together. No. That is a grown behind man. Don't know. No.
He had Stockholm syndrome. Let me tell you what happened. She beat him. She beat him. She threw him over her shoulders and continued to beat him until he loved her. That is not love.
Just because you like it, don't be embarrassed because you like it. That don't mean that you don't have your own mind. Just admit it. You liked it. That was your decision to be with her, and you like that relationship. So
it's a difference between BDSM and abuse. There's a difference, okay?
Abuse. No. They were not together when she did the Rhea scissor lock on his face. But he liked it, and that's how they got together. You could have said, no, I don't like it, but you said, yes, I like it. And now we freaking together.
That man lost everything. He ain't got no family. His mama, his sister, his grandma, and them don't mess with him. All he had was her. That's it.
He got kidnapped. He's got Stockholm syndrome. She didn't treat him that good. Honestly.
That was your decision. That was your. You went against your daddy and your mama and went to freaking Thanksgiving and Christmas and screwed everything up. Those were your decisions. That was your decision.
He was afraid he was gonna get beat up.
He was afraid he was gonna get beat up.
They get beat up then.
He went to jail.
You look like to whipping all the time. You ain't gonna be the first, you ain't gonna be the last. So either make a decision. They don't mean to get with you.
He was abused, manipulated, gaslit.
She demoted him. She said, "You mine." She demoted him. She said, "You mine now," and just claimed him and took
isolated him from his loved ones.
If this was the other way around, we would have said that too. I want to point out, and we're gonna be very transparent. Liz, that's called harassment at a certain point. You need to stop, okay? Stop. You hot punching all on this man. He don't want you on him. And again, it seems like Dom has a problem with people being very, very aggressive. And he just, listen, and from what I'm seeing
That's a Dom problem.
Wait a minute.
That's not a real problem. That's a Dom problem.
Listen, I can tell you on Twitter, Rhea Ripley made fun of him for eating chicken tenders everywhere. And she said, you need to grow up and stop eating chicken tenders. And then he posted a picture where he said, play the chicken tenders. He said, she letting me be who I want to be. I'm assuming he is happy with whatever kind of situation.
So you don't. So again,
I have to get out of it in a minute because she seems
just because she wants to upgrade you and you want to be a child, that's your problem. Upgrade. Get some chicken wings. Go to the wing stop and get some freaking lemon pepper. You grow behind that.
Listen, it's my money. I should be able to spend it how I want to, but then you gonna make me spend it on what you want me to spend it on. That sound like control. That sound like Stockholm syndrome. Dominique, I think you went from one crazy woman to a slightly crazy woman who might be doing some things that makes you feel free. Okay. I don't expect Rhea to be like getting down and dirty. Okay. But she look like she's down for the get down. Okay.
And also I've seen posts online that like some people, they like being harassed for whatever reason, where it's like all I did was block them. If they wanted to be with me, they'd find my email. They'd get in touch with me. All I did was block their phone number. And it's like, what? You blocked their phone number. That's a clear sign.
If I gotta go that far, ladies and gentlemen, I have my good brothers in the chat, but I have mentioned this. I've had somebody come knock on my window, okay, and ex that I was like, this is over with, and they knock on my window, like, come on outside, just come on outside. At that point, I was like, hey, I'm gonna have to call the police at this point, okay? Because I feel like we doing too much, okay? I love you too, and I love you enough to know that you shouldn't be knocking on my window early in the morning like this. This sounds like a problem.
And if Dom didn't like it, he could have called the cops, but he didn't. He called the freaking Adam and Eve store and said, "Let's get down with the get down." Okay.
No, he didn't. And you have to look at it like this. She went to his wedding. Okay, she went to his wedding, but was he allowed at hers? No.
Because don't be mad. Don't be mad because Murphy's smarter than Dom.
They got married?
Yes.
I didn't know they got married.
Yes.
Congratulations to them.
Cute little black dress and everything in Australia. It was so cute.
Listen, if we can get tattooed together, if we can do all of this together, why ain't allowed at your wedding? Huh?
When is Liv
because
gonna get married?
Just because you go Sammy.
The two of them have been dating for a while. They own a business together. Like, when are the two of them gonna tie the knot? Her and Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy.
I don't think they're together.
They're not together.
They're not together. They just
not anymore.
Oh, not anymore.
But no, just because me and my side piece know how it is, and you are still with your side piece, that is your problem. Buddy Matthews told me the rules of our relationship. The side piece can't come. Just because Dom and his wife said I can come to your wedding, don't mean I can do the same thing with my husband.
Also, when have you kissed me on the lips? We kissed on the lips. Okay?
Exactly. Because Buddy Murphy told Rhea the rules. You can have that little side piece, but no tongue. And she was like, all right, daddy, no tongue.
So Buddy is the daddy in that relationship, okay? Yeah. That's what we said. Daddy, he in control. Okay.
No
so
way. Not open hell.
He ain't the simp. He ain't the simp. That's why he the main. That's why he the main dish, and that's the side piece. That's why he the main dish, and that's the side piece.
I don't blame you.
Why are you jealous? I mean, what's really like?
Everybody jealous? I'm mad because Dom stepped out of his role. You knew, but you knew the relationship was
being a boy. Somebody who calls somebody mommy is a boy. He needed an equal. Okay.
He's Latino. They all They call all the lovers mommy.
I want to take a poll out there because at least 2 people are watching. Slim Jim, ARD, somebody. Would you feel comfortable if your mate called you daddy outside of the bedroom? Just in the public. Just daddy, till I go this way. Daddy, till I go that way. Would you feel comfortable with that? That's creepy. That's like somebody walking up to you at the movie theater like, Mommy, can I get some popcorn?
See, you're saying it wrong. You gotta say it with more Latino-ness.
No.
Like Eddie Guerrero, Mama.
Well, then it would be Poppy.
Yeah. Poppy, can I go? Can I go down the street? Poppy, can I go to the corner store?
Latino heat.
Latino. That's the list.
That's
age.
The only person you should be calling. Listen, if it's an intimate moment, I can understand that happens. But when we get outside of that door of the bedroom, it should stop right there. Okay.
It depends on how you say it. Depends on how you say it.
But he called her mommy. He didn't call her mamacita. He called her mommy.
Again, that's a dumb problem, not a real problem.
Listen, he didn't come out her JJ. He just mommy, my mommy, Listen, it's wrong. It's wrong on so many levels. You got to admit that. Ladies and gentlemen, the next match, as we called it during the night, was a shorter match. Less than a little over 5 minutes, almost 6.
Oh, it was over
WWE. Huh?
It was over 5? It felt quick.
It was like 5 minutes and 30-some seconds. For the Intercontinental title match, Braun Breaker is your new champion by defeating Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I mean, we all called this. We all had picked Braun. I mean, it was the right time to do it, and then we'll see what happens now with Sami Zayn. I'm curious to see where he goes from here, and I'm curious to see what they do with the title. I mean, I don't want to say this because it feels like an insult to Sami Zayn. I think he did a good job with the title. I still feel like after Gunther had it, it took a little bit of a step down, and now it's taking another step down. But we'll see what Braun can do with it. So,
although it feels a big Braun fan.
I'm huge. No, is anyone here a big Braun fan? I'm not a big Braun fan now.
I like him now. Like
he has potential.
This is what happens from the conversation I saw on Fightful. Shout out Fightful. SRS and Denise talked about afterwards. Was that on Monday? Braun is not really comfortable having conversations. Okay, and so what happens is that Braun comes out very weird to the point where Denise did not put her interview with him a while out because she felt like it would be ridiculed because people would think it was weird. But they saw him this SummerSlam and felt like he was better at having conversations, meeting with people, doing the roll call, having interactions. She's like, what made her realize it wasn't him as a person was before the cameras came on, because she had interviewed him before, she asked him, can they play a game? And it was fun, and he didn't really have to think about anything, and he was more calm. I think him talking, even after you saw him talking after SummerSlam, he was more comfortable. So that is the person that needs to show up. All of that stuff is crazy.
No, I like the part. See, here's the thing. In the ring, I like Braun. I haven't seen any interviews with him at all, so I'm not sure about that part of it. But as an in-ring character and a wrestler, I can dig it. I like the intensity. I like the whole, that's your uncle and your daddy. You gotta keep the barking. I'm sorry, as a Steiner fan, you gotta keep that. But
I remember as a Steiner fan, they did. One of them more than the other came off like they were a little touched. So it seemed like they were playing stupid very well. Now Scott more than Rick, but it was like they see, and that's their character. If you ever see them like on interviews and stuff like that, when like you setting up or you just people are recording them, they are very like, oh, okay. And then once they realize they're on camera, that's when the I don't know no better comes out, and I'm like, no, I know you're smart at this point. Please, let's just use that. We cannot pretend to be slow for the rest of our lives. I don't want you to be 65 at a sign and going, the math's 2 + 2. I don't want you doing that.
Braun's best moment was when he told somebody he had a 33rd and a 3% chance.
I was like, come on now.
Be your dad, be your uncle. Be your uncle. But yeah, no. Everything that Braun has done on Raw has entertained me. The whole going around the ring and spearing people out their boots. Even the short matches. Like, I think he has potential. So I'm here for the ride.
Ladies and gentlemen,
me and ALW actually talked about it, and I said that, like, I see potential in Braun if he changes up his wrestling style. If he wrestled more of a Chris Benoit than a Bill Goldberg, I think he'd be a lot better.
No.
But that's not him, though. Like, I don't think everybody shouldn't be the same person, but no.
Like, if he had a wrestling style, if he went for submissions, like, he would be a lot better than spear, jackhammer, spear.
Hey, no. Keep that spear. Now, let me be very clear. Be better than Goldberg. Like, do more moves than Goldberg. But the intensity, but keep that spear.
Yeah, I mean, my contention was I don't know that he's even capable of doing that. Like, I mean, I'm not sure I've seen enough to know that he's even capable of having a more technical wrestling match. I mean, I'd like to think that he is, but I don't know. I mean, who knows? I mean, I guess if he tried to change his style, I'd be here to see what it looks like. But at this point in time, I don't know. I think the style he has fits him. I
don't think he's big enough for that style.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's the only thing that I have the problem with is that he's not that big. Like, he looks big muscular wise, but he's not big height wise. And so if you put him in the ring with another guy that's genuinely tall, you're going to realize how small he actually is. So,
like,
that could potentially be an issue.
He seems smaller than Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn seems small to everybody.
Yeah.
Not Anika. Oh, jeez. Dolores, you're muted.
The clown of the week was the next clown on Contestants Row. The WWE United States title match, LA Knight defeated the former champion Logan Paul, who earlier we learned is a clown.
Yeah.
So, what did you all think of that match?
Yeah.
It was a good match. I enjoyed it. I like LA Knight. Like, I understand that, like, the tides are, no longer favoring LA Knight like they were 6 months ago, which saddens me because I still like LA Knight, but, like, people aren't as hot on LA Knight as they were 6 months ago.
They're not. Like, honestly, people are still doing the and people are still popping when his music hits. Now, the question of should he have done it sooner is heck yes. You should have done it way sooner. But at least he's not cold, in my opinion. LA Knight's still hot enough where this is a good moment and he's champion. So, like, I think he's still over. I think he still do great things with the belt. Which I do wish this would happen last year, but I think it could still work.
Yeah, no, it's about time that they did this. I think they're a little slow to the party, but they got there eventually, and hopefully he's still over enough that he can, rewarm back up pretty quick. And yeah, I mean, I'm happy to see the belt off Logan Paul. I don't like Logan Paul. Hopefully he goes away. I mean, I don't know how much he'll be around WWE, but hopefully it's even less than he has been. I wouldn't mind just seeing him go away altogether. So I'm sure he's probably got too much whatever to go away forever. But I'm happy to see LA Knight with the belt. I'm happy to see someone that's going to be on TV every week, hopefully defend the belt on a regular basis, and yeah, bring some more, make it a more prestigious belt again.
Ladies and gentlemen, one time for the big girls, because my big girl Nia Jax defeated Bayley for the women's title.
BBL Bayley.
BBL Bayley. I love Bailey, but as soon as Nia said it, I'm like, I'm sorry. Look, I love both girls. This was hard for me because I didn't want either of them to lose. I honestly didn't want either of them to lose. But Nia has been on a roll, so I am very glad that she is champ now. This was great. This was a good match. And I know like it got slow, but it got better. And then as soon as Bailey hit that power bomb, I was like, shit, let's go. And so all I got to say is hopefully don't forget about Bailey. And it's crazy because that's a real thing. That's a real fear.
Barbie came out and got that right hook too.
Yeah.
I just want to say to my girl Tiffany, it's Tippy time, bitch. Listen, listen. If you all don't know, I'm just a pink girl living in my pink world here on YouTube, and the pink briefcase. I'm gonna have to go. I'm definitely gonna have to win. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna listen. I love Tiffany now. Not just because she's a pink girl, but because she is playing this legally blonde character.
I love Nia Jax, so I'm very happy that she got the win here. I don't think you have to worry about Bailey. Bailey's been there, done that. She's going to continue to be at the top of the pile. WWE's always liked Bailey, and I think she's got a permanent spot. I mean, for all intents and purposes, she's going to always be there. And it's about time that Nia Jax got some actual respectability and got a real title and hopefully get the chance to have a real run with the belt. And we'll see what she can do. I know that in the past there's been some, issues or debates about how safe she could potentially be in the ring, but hopefully those are all behind her. And I love her to death. So I'm extremely happy that she got this win here. I've never been the biggest Bailey fan. So, yeah.
I'm just, whenever I see Tiffany Stratton, I just think to myself, man, I'd rather be watching Mariah May.
Boo you. Boo you.
Charlotte Flair.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know, this is my friend Slim Jim Longfoot. Okay, ALW cracked me up. Yes,
every time that name cracks me up.
Great movie reviewer, great comic artist. If you haven't bought any of his comics, it's hard to find Black comic artists out here. He's introduced me to this comic world, so I've been out here, I have with my comic books, having a good time. I'm just a nerd in my own little world. Ladies and gentlemen, the next match was a singles match with a special referee, Seth Rollins. Drew McIntyre defeated CM Punk. I also want to say boo. And second of all, how you just gonna keep this man's wife and dog on your wrist like this?
Like, bruh.
Somebody should have sucker punched you in the crowd, my D.
Clearly, it's not over. I mean, the fact that he's still wearing the bracelet, took the bracelet and put it on. I mean, clearly it's not over. CM Punk is not going to be happy taking the loss there. And the fact that he agreed to it backstage to let Drew go over here just tells me that there's going to be another match where he ends up getting the win.
We got 2 more pay-per-views to go through. We got Bash in Berlin, and then we got Bad Blood. And it's probably going to wrap out at Bad Blood.
Yeah. So, I think at some point we're going to get a triple threat here. I assume this is going to devolve into a triple threat at some point.
Well, if you see Raw, not at this time, because no spoilers, that moment was okay. A new big guy is in the mix, and I'm all here for it. I'll just say that.
I was he squashed that man. He squashed. Listen, at a certain point, I'm into I like to find out where it crosses the line from somebody may be really injured to somebody is just faking it. It was about the 3rd or 4th splash when Rollins started to gag and blood started to come out that I was like, oh, wait a minute, are we crossing into the real life stage? Because buddy,
you look on Raw?
Yeah, it was on Raw.
You give me the spoiler. Now I gotta know. So give me the spoiler.
Okay. Oh no. Let me say. Okay. So full segment. CM Punk comes out and he was like, you know what? I know I'm happy. I know y'all asking why am I happy because I just lost, but he was like, basically, I did a match and I didn't get hurt. He didn't say that. That's what I heard when he was saying it. That's what I was saying. And he was basically like, even though my summer of hate has not got off to the good foot, it's still summer. So he was like, so he's trying to bring Drew McIntyre out to do it one more time, but Seth came out because in the match, a SummerSlam, he did get him a go to sleep because no offense in the match, this bracelet was too much. I'm like someone take the bracelet out the freaking match. Well, why are you wearing it, Steph? That was stupid. But so we get here, pissed off Steph was like, okay, I'm happy too because it's been 10 months. We can finally do this thing between you and I. And then, CM Punk classic line. You just like a cowboy right now, but I'll be a Huckleberry. Classic. So they're going to get into it. But then Drew is being real Drewish right now. He was in the audience. And he was just like, you guys calm down. You calm down. He was being so petty. And he was like, oh, y'all ain't going to look at me? Then here comes the stupid bracelet. And so CM Punk beelines to charge at Drew. Meanwhile, Mr. Bronson Reed says, I'm about tired of y'all making me the third wheel in every feud. So he's going to come out and attack Steph, right? Steph gets some offense, but it wasn't. Bronson did a Death Valley driver. He goes up to the top rope. Tsunami! Number one. He drags Steph back to the corner. Tsunami! Number two. And then he does it one more time. Tsunami! Number three. And then this is when everyone comes out, all the refs and backstage people are like, hey, bruh, he hurt. And the Baltimore was Baltimore. They love the violence, and I was here for it too. They was like, one more time. Tsunami! Number four. And at this point in time, Uncle Cole going butt quite crazy. He's like, stop this man. Someone get the taser. What is wrong with y'all? And so I said four, right? I said four. Yeah. We didn't stop there. So they're trying to come for Steph. And so, but Bronson wasn't stopping. So they had to move out the way. Tsunami number five. And that's just like, are you serious? It's just like, what the freak, bro? Are you insane? Are you insane? And so they're like, all right, Bronson, that's enough. He's walking away. I'm like, it's done. But it's not done. Tsunami number 6. And this is when stuff was hitting the floor, and as Dolores, he started coming, he's like, ow! And he was like, ow! And then finally, the people outside had sense, and they just dragged Steph from in the middle, from outside the post where he kept doing tsunami. And then Bronson was just like, he just Andre the Giant off the top rope, just posing like, yeah, I just did that. The crowd was going butt crack crazy. It was so good. We have, as wrestling fans, we have issues, but I don't want to fix them because I love every bit of this segment. I did. I ain't gonna front.
It was the moment that Bronson heard one more time. He just climbed back on the ring, and Seth was like pounding the mat, like, please stop. And he just kept doing it over and over again. Literally, BLW, he was like, and just blood was coming out. I was like, yeah.
I need a cigarette after that. I ain't gonna hold you.
When he came in the ring, he started to walk away. When the crowd said one more time, he just came back and kept doing it. And it was the fact that I said, I feel like the moment he started like really dry heaving and blood was coming up, that might have been slightly realistic. Because he like, even when the camera wasn't on him, you get him just like he couldn't help himself.
Well, good for Bronson Reed. I mean, I don't want him. I hope Seth doesn't really hurt or didn't really hurt him, but I'm glad that Bronson Reed is now in the main event picture, and it'll be a good feud for Bronson Reed to feud with Seth Rollins and get Seth away from Drew and CM Punk. I'm tired of seeing that, and I want to see Drew and CM Punk wrestle a match without Seth Rollins involved, so we can actually maybe get some sort of closure on this feud.
I
But
would like Cole to be realistic. Like in the midst of all of this, and Seth is getting stomped out. I mean, jumped on like this. He's screaming, "Somebody call the police! Somebody get a taser! Somebody!" I'm like, "This is WWE shirt. Nobody ain't gonna do all that. Nobody gonna do all that."
But it really was like, someone stop this man! Like, cover Steph's body. Do something.
Oh no! It's when Jason Jordan and them were out there trying to pull Seth by his legs as he's doing the like tsunami over and over again. They like trying to cover him, but every time Bronson stood up on the top rope, everybody was scattered and leave Seth in the middle of the ring. He just got bow, bow all over again. I was like,
because Bronson wasn't stopping. And no offense, the security made an executive decision on their lives. They're like, hey, I don't know this man like this. He ain't the president. And he gonna take the tsunami.
So good moment for Bronson Reed. Couldn't have happened to anybody better than Seth Rollins, in my opinion. Like, of this match here, like, I like Drew McIntyre the most, and even then, I'm not a big Drew McIntyre fan. I mean, I do have his pop figure.
Yeah, he. First of all, if somebody said online, they probably not going for $4 bracelet. I can understand the meaning of it. First of all, I give the credit to the bracelet because it survived the match. Okay, it survived being on 3 people's wrists on the ground, flung around. I appreciate that. Second of all, for those who are not understanding why they went up about this bracelet, okay, when it has to do with my wife and my dog, the only things I have in the world, okay? Also, if you all did not watch SummerSlam after the show, Drew took it too far. Now, this is the part where I feel like CM Punk about to have another muffin moment when he was out there and he said, for a man who don't drink, he stay in rehab all the time. He might as well drink. That probably would help him.
I mean, we all kind of said it after Brawl Out. We all kind of said that though.
He took it there, and I was just like, and him and what's his name? I forgot. Wade Barrett was up there cracking up. I mean, they were like laughing so hard. It was just like, yeah, for a man who always stay in rehab, he need to drink, obviously, because he can't stay in the rehab. And it was just I was like, at that point, I know Punk was backstage like, somebody get these mofos out of here for a night. That's one thing he don't play about. He don't play about. Listen, Jeff Hardy might have played about that with Sheamus, but he ain't gonna play them type of games. And I feel like the more they mention it, and even Seth had a little joke about it, the more it's gonna be from a backstage problem to it's gonna become an on-screen problem.
It reminded me of what MJF had said. For someone who's straight edge, you look so much like a meth addict.
Yes, and he had a problem with that. So it's like people know he is. CM Punk has said plenty of times, even when it came to the Hangman Page thing, there's a line I just don't like people to cross. Okay, I talk to you about it, and then this is what we work out. But if we don't work this out, then we're gonna have a problem. And it seems like they took it afterwards. They were having so much fun. They took it a little bit, and then you laughing and you talking about him being an alcoholic or going to drink as a straight edge person. Why you got his wife's name and dog name on the bracelet? It's like, okay, can somebody get this man his bracelet back, or at least somebody cut the bracelet or break it, or get a phony one and cut it and break it or something? Because at this point,
or make another bracelet. It ain't nothing beads.
No, but this is the story behind the bracelet. The bracelet was made by a dying sick child who gave him the bracelet with his wife and dog name on it. Now Drew has took this bracelet.
CM Wick.
Yeah, and he done took it. And it's like, now he got to get it back. Somebody stole his wife and dog from this
Fuck with John Punk.
Well,
don't fuck with my dog.
It's a real thing that he really had a bracelet that was given to him by a sick child. But the thing about it is, at this point, if that child made that bracelet, hopefully the child's still alive. I hope they made some more because that bracelet done held up through women. I can never keep a bracelet that lasts that long. I need that child to make 9,000. That child can make a whole lot of bracelets.
And you know what? He agreed to this in the first place. So if that bracelet means that much, you don't allow it to be part of the storyline. I mean, you can't CM Punk didn't agree to this.
The storyline with the thing, I think that's a dummy bracelet at this point.
Okay.
Because they stay together too well. But it's the point. It's the fact that they took it too far about talking about him being straight edge and he in rehab all the time. Maybe if he drunk, he would stay out of rehab. That was the line crosser. He might be like, but again, when you mention his wife and his dog, there seemed to be a problem with him. And so him and Seth and Drew were just they did a wide shot. They were just standing there looking at each other for like a good minute. Drew was talking his promo. They were just standing there looking at each other. They didn't look back at Drew at all. The moment that they broke was when Drew was like, "Oh, I got this bracelet on with your wife." And he said your dog Larry and your wife AJ name on it. That's when Punk jumped out the ring and started running up steps.
But it ain't your real wife and dog. It's a bracelet.
But the storyline is that a sick child made him this bracelet, and he don't want to let this sick child down.
Well, then tell everyone it's from a sick child. Stop letting Drew talk about your wife and dog like they're actually in front of your face and he has them kidnapped or something.
There's no difference than if somebody came to me and had my mama or my old dog in their mouth. They gonna catch their teeth across 3 rows. You keep certain people's name out your mouth.
It feels more like a John Cena storyline than it does a CM Punk storyline, though.
Let me ask you a question. So now several people have done this, and am I to believe that all of these people just have gone into business for themselves? They're just off script because they don't like CM Punk? I don't buy that. I think at some point CM Punk said, "Okay, go ahead and say that," and then he gets
he okay with certain things. It's the point where. Now, most people know when you go into these after interviews, it wasn't the interview where they do at the table. It was the interview outside with the pre-show people, Wade Barrett and Big E and them. It's the point where you laugh and you getting caught up, and then he said it and stopped and just was like, "Well, I already started saying it. Let me say it." And he said it. That's the point because they interviewed everybody on that show. They did not interview CM Punk.
Right.
Because they know he probably caught wind of that interview. And he mad. They don't want another Muppet in this incident. They don't want that. When you know somebody bad, don't talk to them. That's the key to that. Also, I've had discussions with people, and I hate to say it. My boy Cody getting a little out of control with the tequila. Okay?
With the what?
With this tequila and stuff he getting out of control. Whiskey, tequila, he getting out of control.
I haven't heard about it.
Cody, it was kind of hinted at in his little thing that he had a problem and, he was depressed and he needed to get his life together. And then now, if you listen, the best thing to do, and me and a couple of people have done it, go back and look at those Cody interviews. He looks smacked on them things. He be out there he be smacked, drunk as I don't know what on them interviews. I be dying laughing. I can't help it. I cannot help it. Ladies and gentlemen, the second.
I'll go ahead and blame Jey Uso.
Listen, but at least he got a bus, so he ain't got to worry about it. He can get smacked on his bus. And also, remember when they changed the documentary when they changed to Rock and Roman? He gets on the bus. And he was like, well, sometimes things change. And he just up there just drinking. I was like, sir, it's not that. It's okay. It's okay. It's not gonna be that. It's not gonna be that bad. like I said, ladies and gentlemen, the second betrayal of the night. It was during the Gunther Damian Priest match. Gunther is the new champion of the WWE World Heavyweight title when Damian Priest was betrayed by Finn Balor. Now, that explanation they gave on Monday was pretty good.
No, it wasn't.
Which
It
was
was
what? I haven't seen it yet. What was it?
He showed an image of last year and was like, "Here's what you told me in the car after this match, and now I'm not gonna face you right now. Like JD's gonna face you, and I'm gonna wait until you feel safe and secure, and I'm gonna stab you in the back again and again and again, and keep stabbing you in the back every chance I get." That's pretty much it.
Look, it is not Damian Priest's fault that you couldn't beat Seth Rollins. That is not his fault.
Anika, that's like you losing the championship and me being like, "All right, you lost, okay, but I'm gonna do it for the both of us next time." That means like you weren't good enough to do it, but I'm good enough to do it for the both of us.
Well, do you want it in the bloodline? Do you want it in the Judgment Day or not? See, you being selfish, fan. You being selfish. Do you want it in the group or not?
That's like saying it's $1 million on the line and you lost it, and I'll be like, "Well, you lost that million, but I'm gonna get it back for us."
Oh,
And then I get it.
Yeah, give it back for us. I want to cut the million. See, that's just
okay. We're gonna have a debate about this. Was Damien a good friend? He knew Rhea was coming back. He had been in contact with Rhea. Did he tell his other friends?
No. He kept telling Dom, "Fix this. You better fix it. Hey, fix it. Is it fixed? Fix it. Are you fixing it? No." He kept not fixing it.
Listen, his other friends tried to help him fix it. Friends help friends. Finn, Carlito, Big Hand JD, all tried to help him. Okay.
Carlito didn't try to do jack. He was playing the PS5. He didn't care if it was there or not.
If somebody buy you a $1,000 PS5, you think you gonna turn it down?
I don't play PS5, so you can't ask me that question.
I'm not. And anybody want to send me one, let me know. I would definitely accept it. Okay.
Now give me a Twitch. We can talk about something.
I'm an Xbox dude, but if somebody wants to give me a PS5, I'm happy to switch.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, it's about friendship. When I'm at my lowest, don't look at me and say, "You couldn't get it done, but I can." That ain't what I want to hear.
Listen, it wasn't like that.
This is a heel faction with a whole bunch of guys that are all heels. It's not a surprise that, lo and behold, they all stab each other in the back. It's just a matter of time. It always felt to me like a can they coexist type of situation, even though for the most part they did get along for a while. You can always feel kind of the under rumblings of, it is what it is, and these guys don't all really like each other a little bit. So
Finn also had a problem with Damien calling himself the leader.
Yes.
Yeah. Agreed that no leader.
I'm the champ. I'm the champ.
Rhea was the champ too.
And she was the leader.
Not calling the leader either.
She didn't say she was the leader. She said, "I'm calling plays." She's like, "Hey." She said, "Hey, ain't no leaders, but I do call the plays." And when I left the first time, y'all was out calling the plays. That's exactly what she said.
So wait a minute. So am I to deduct that the two people who call themselves leaders and said that they were leading a faction of grown people got kicked out, right?
Because I was the champ. I don't understand what y'all don't understand about this conversation.
So by that thought process, because Anika won the predictions on SummerSlam and she's the champion, you're the boss and leader of Workhorse Wrestling.
Hold up. Time out. Because y'all petty No. Because y'all petty as hell. This is the first time I'm hearing about Minami's predictions. And this is the first time, y'all didn't say nothing. Y'all didn't put on no graphic. Y'all didn't put no graphic. Y'all didn't message me in the freaking Discord. This is the first time I'm hearing about me winning the freaking. Heck yeah, I call the plays. Heck yeah, I call the plays of Workhorse Wrestling.
Anika, since Anika logged in, she gonna tell y'all about the last match. Bro, y'all out of here. She gonna intro, outro. She gonna get that thing right now.
I can do it. I don't have the graphics. I'll do it. It's gonna be ghetto as hell, but I'm gonna do it.
Wait a minute.
Yay! Confetti! Bling, bling, bling. Y'all real petty as hell right now. Now let's go back to this match. Fine, cause I'll rise to the occasion. I ain't right. You have the right one with me. So this match right here was bomb. It was. They did a great job. Yeah, everybody mute yourselves. They did a great job with Damian Priest being a baby face. He had okay. After this, we'll go back to normal. He made Gunther's chest bleed. Oh, I don't know if Gunther did if that was intentional, if Gunther just didn't flex his pecs. But baby boy, you made Gunther bleed. You won. I don't care. Like you lost, but you won. Point blank. Period.
I actually discussed this with ALW during the show before the match started. I was like, man, Gunther's chest looks rough. And a couple of minutes into the match, it was like, he had gimmicked his chest, so it'd bleed. Okay. Like, I understand why there was those little marks and everything across his chest before the match now.
I don't know. He is getting a little WWE-ish, but I don't think Gunther's the one who would gimmick a chest slot, a chest chop though. I think I think Damian really put the chest. He really put some pressure on it. That's just me. But I don't think out of everything in Gunther's original arsenal, like no, a chest slap is a chest slap. Point blank. Period. Either you hurt me or you don't.
Well, I mean, if you want, you can go back and right before the match starts, when he takes off his robe, if you look at his chest, he's got a couple of little marks in it of where he would have, cut himself and then let it heal. So, like a couple hours later, you do the match, and then it's easy to break those cuts back open.
I'll do it, but stop freaking kayfabe. Let me just have this.
Okay.
No, but his chest looked like that the week before, so I think he might have done it a while back.
Great match. Glad Gunther won. I'm happy to see him with the title. Although, I didn't mind Damian Priest with the title either. Although I'm here for the dissolution of Judgment Day and him losing the title.
It's not getting dissolution. Like we're gonna have 5 members in Judgment Day. It's gonna be Carlito, Dirty Dom, Liv Morgan, JD McDonough, and Finn Balor.
No. Let's be very clear. It's gonna be Judgment Day versus Judgment Day because Rhea and Damian was like, no. Just because y'all want to be together, don't mean y'all ain't gonna call yourself Judgment Day and we OG with Edge. It's gonna be Otis versus. It's gonna be Otis versus David Ruffin. Who's the real Temptations? And that's what it's gonna be for a couple of weeks.
Well, who are they gonna have? R-Truth? Like, who are they gonna face the 5 members of Judgment Day with?
So on Raw, we're gonna have Judgment Day versus Judgment Day, and on SmackDown, we're gonna have Bloodline versus Bloodline. Like, can one show be different than the other?
Look,
we're into this each other, like.
So I don't need 5-on-5, but I do need an intergender match, tag team match, or singles. I just need to see Rhea put Dom through a table. That's all I need in my life. That's all I need.
It's gonna be on our team. Rey Mysterio.
Look, like I said, we don't need 5. It's just it's just David Ruffin and the high pitched band that sings just my imagination. We don't need Otis. We don't need.
I mean, she can definitely get Jey Uso. Jey Uso would be down to clown.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest WWE title, WWE Universal title Bloodline Rules match.
Don't do that.
Better than Mania.
That's why I stay zone 6.
Better than Mania.
Cody Rhodes. That Cody Devontae Gonzalez Rhodes.
What the hell, fat?
doing the Lord's work, defeated Solo. Okay. Also, I just want to say, Cody, you in my heart because you was on that bus. You look sad. You had me worried, my boy. Great acting skills. Then you got on out there with Pharaoh. Pharaoh, salute, my dude. This is your last ride, like the Undertaker. I appreciate
Side note, that's a good looking dog for 13 years. I'll say that. I'm like, that dog look good for be an old behind dog.
Listen, that's because he got a little bit of Devontae. So Pharaoh Devontae Rhodes. Okay. Listen, and so he gets out, he gets no robe, no nothing. He not looking like Homelander. And he gets to the back where Brandy's mom puts on his jacket. And he leaves Pharaoh. He turns the corner.
We really doing this whole freaking introduction.
No, right?
Yes. Listen, Double A is standing there, and he tell him he has help for him because he's been from locker room to locker room. And Cody comes out. It's Cody Homelander with the mask, and he proceeds to pronounce his way down. He even signs autographs, and at that moment, I was scared because I was like, "You look teary-eyed, and now you out here signing autographs on the way down. Is this the end?" And then the match started, and then Solo was stomping him like a mud hole. And then it proceeds to go into the Roman Reigns territory where everybody and their mama gets involved. And then we had Randy and KO. And then we had Roman Reigns.
Wait. Let's talk about 2 steps. Step number 1. Tungaloa. Are you playing with us? Are you playing with like honestly? Are you really just gonna botch every freaking time you're supposed to be in this ring, sir? Like, at the rate, it ain't funny no more. It ain't funny. They pay you money to do your job, sir. Can you please do your job a little bit more adequately? That's all I'm asking for. This should not be a meme of what Tangaloa gonna screw up next. That's just it. And then number 2, Mr. Jacob Fatu, please be okay. Please be okay. That squash from the ring post to the chair, and then like, oh, he's selling. No, he's pissed. Please, and then he in a boot. I'm like, please don't let it be as serious. Please just let it be a month out, and he'd be good. Please, he's the best thing of the new blood. He really is. Please just be okay.
I think he's the best wrestler in the history of their family.
And you putting a lot on this, Dolores. When Cody didn't win this match, Roman Reigns won this match. Let's be honest about it.
I just want to clarify. Cody did win this match because Solo got hit, and we've noticed before that Solo's gotten hit, and that don't faze him. So he got hit, and he got crossroad to the end of the earth, and then we won. Okay. So that's the thing about it, okay? I want to point out every time Cody got hit back against the wall, somebody come out fighting for my dude. And I appreciate that because he's been out on this Solo road for a whole year, fighting for his life, getting whooped outside of his bus, stomped out everywhere to get to the point where he can find somebody to help him. He was out here helping everybody. I told y'all he was out here helping everybody because they're going to come and help him. He didn't do it for the love. He did it for the help. Okay. And so now it's coming back for fruition. Also, Terrence Crawford, I enjoyed you pop the other day. That made me happy.
Yeah. But no, like, we want Roman, and Roman did not disappoint. I don't know what is going to happen on SmackDown. But bro, hey, Roman is Roman. You solidified, my boy. You solidified. I'll just say this. I am here for OG versus New Blood, but let Cody have something else. Like Cody don't need to be in this story no more. Let him fight somebody else.
Don't know. Main thing for this because listen, he is gonna be the extra help to help get over Solo. This is the point he's gonna.
Roman don't need no help getting with Solo. It darn sure shouldn't be Cody.
Because now we have the OTC, the original tribal chief, versus the new tribal chief. and his crew. Okay, it's crew versus crew. Okay,
And
I don't know.
Roman gonna get the old crew.
Cody's
Roman
a
get the
Roman
old crew.
Huh?
Ah.
Cody might be the special referee. I don't know. And speaking earlier, because I had to find it, when y'all said if the new judgment day, there is a new judgment day. Okay. If you don't know, you better ask somebody.
Oh, all y'all look like some B-list celebrities. I'm so serious. This looks like Jersey Shore without Snooki. This looks like.
You see the love? You see the love? And on her necklaces is Daddy Dog.
Ain't no dang love. She look like the trampy chick you get after your heart gets broken. That'll do everything make you feel better. That's what she look like. That ain't no dang love. That ain't no dang love.
That's love.
Stop! Before I say something that's kayfabe, not real life of this chick. No,
that's love. I can show you other pictures.
Dang love.
That's love.
Ain't nobody. She ain't gonna go to his house for him. She gonna hit his mama for him. That ain't no love. She a punk.
She let him have chicken tenders.
Let me just tell you, I was extremely disappointed. Cody still has the belt and Roman's back. It couldn't be any worse for me. It couldn't be any worse for me at the end of that match.
Wait, you really wanted Solo to win?
I did want Solo to win. I like Solo.
I didn't think Solo's ready. I don't think.
I agree. He's probably not quite ready yet. I just am tired of Cody Rhodes. I never liked Cody Rhodes. And I'm tired of him.
I know you didn't.
He's got the worst tattoo in wrestling.
Oh no! Got the worst tattoo, and he's the worst human being. Okay, don't you do that?
And now the stupid Homelander jacket. It's terrible. It's all terrible. It's all terrible.
He out here saving WWE one day at a time.
He's the worst wrestler in his family.
Oh, I know you ain't talking. I know
Dusty was better. Dustin's better.
You talking about the bionic elbow is better than most of the moves Cody do.
Yeah, for sure.
It's with such efficiency and so much enthusiasm. Yes.
I know y'all. And then he gonna say he with Solo had a one. Solo, ladies and gentlemen, Solo Secor. You mean this man and this acting skills right here?
Why?
What you wanted to win? These acting skills right here.
Why?
Look at it.
I mean, I really want the man behind him to be champion. But...
reaction.
Yeah, I think we can all agree with that, ALW. I think we'd rather.
Yeah, I'm ready for Jacob Fatu to be champion.
No, Jacob Fatu probably won't be champion no time soon ever. The man got, first of all.
No time soon ever?
Like, hold up. It got to be one or the other. It can't be both.
Listen, I said no time soon, then I was like, nah, never. But listen, he might, okay, listen. Let me take that words back. He will be champion, just not heavyweight. Okay, that's what it is. Because what kind of merch is he gonna move? Also, he got about 7, 8 kids. Roman got 7, 8 little. Roman had 7, 8 little kids. He got little, middle, big kids. I think he had a kid that just went off to college. He ain't got time just to be spinning on the road all day, all night.
You just said he was to college. That's one less kid he got to worry about.
If you got 8, what 7 more? Let me look it up. See how many kids he got. He got about 7 or 8.
That ain't got to do with him being champion.
How many kids Nick Cannon got? Nick Cannon still does work.
Listen, he got many.
Let's not. A
wife. He had 7 kids by his wife. You telling me that woman with 7 kids by herself?
Get off me.
Listen, even Roman had to take a break off so he can go take his kids to Disneyland.
Let me be the wife of Samoan. We will have a conversation. Hey, bro. Take us to the twins? Nah, bro. Either you get snipped or you get off me. It ain't gonna be no 8. We ain't 6.
We're just gonna ignore Naomi right now.
Naomi,
she ain't got no.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
What?
But we don't know if that's okay.
No,
Some
Naomi.
people say by
No,
choice when they don't they can't.
no, no,
and
no,
some
no,
people can.
no. Naomi was smart. She got the shot before anything popped off. She was like, I want to be all my career. I had the birth control shot, and then after
No,
3 or 4 years,
listen.
I'll take it out.
Some people, it's not necessarily an option. They just say it for face value. So we don't know if that's her thing. She might have just said
No,
it for face value to get people to stop asking.
Well, watch Total Divas. She got the shot. She started that whole Samoan family. She was like, I'm getting this shot.
But you have no, she got the shot initially, but then after a while, when she was thinking about it, it say like he was like, man, I've been trying, I've been knocking at that. And so that's what I'm saying. At a certain point, it might have just been over with. Just like
we don't know. You got 2 other kids. You don't need them by me.
Listen, Montez Ford and Bianca, they have admitted that they have tried in the past and it just hasn't worked out. But they are looking at different options and figuring out things. So that's something that some people they have to find different routes. And if you already got kids and they grown or they are age where they can take care of themselves, you might feel like that's where you need to stop at. Some people, like I said, Bianca and them, most people don't know Tez has kids. And his kids are of an age where they can take care of themselves. And she loves their kids, but she also doesn't want to mess up her career, so that's a decision she has to make. But again, anybody who thinks this should have won has lost their mind. That man look like he having an allergic reaction, eyes are swollen up, he's screaming and hollering. Jacob up back there injured, trying to console this man.
He lost. He lost.
Listen, Cody didn't cry that hard when he lost at WrestleMania in the middle of the ring when somebody threw a chicken and hit him with. He still didn't cry like that.
That's because Cody's a terrible actor.
No. Cody is not a terrible actor, okay? He is not a terrible actor.
Roman did the same thing after Money in the Bank when he lost to the Usos. He was on the ground crying by himself. They all do that. It's the Samoan thing. It's
Samoan thing. Y'all some crybabies.
Listen, they
Samoan crybabies.
Listen, it's a point where Solo wants to be Roman, and Roman said, "You want to be like me? Accept this. Accept this butt kicking I'm gonna get. Take that. That's what he said. Because he had no hesitation. I know Michael Cole was set up to say, who will he punch? But before he said, who will he already
it's that, bro. Hey, never mind, my bad.
It was the slow pimp walk to the ring. And then when he got close enough, he was like, I'm just going to jog, slide in here.
Now, see, I'll say this. That's probably the fastest Roman entrance I've seen in a minute. Like, that's probably the fastest he walked to the freaking ring.
He was slow walking to the ring. And he was
you guys soak it in.
I was like,
drink it in.
I was like,
yeah, we missed.
Listen, Zilla.
No, we didn't.
Y'all all can call me, except for Rikishi. He can. Please don't accept my phone number.
Don't do Kishi like that. Don't do Kishi like that. That skin is smooth and melanated. Don't do that. Don't do that to Kishi. Don't do that to Rikishi.
Listen, he looks great until he turned around, and then all that dump truck. It's like, dude, what?
Rikishi, Dunkin' Booty.
This is annoying. This block. Remember when he had the thong and he had dimples like golf balls in his butt?
It was a thong. He hiked it up into a thong for the stink face. It was.
And why do the cheeks always wrap around folks' face?
What are we doing?
All right, it's time for some house cleaning.
I was like, that's a move I would never take. It's just you just gonna hit me, and none of the women do it. None of them. When they do it, none of their cheeks just wrap around somebody's face. Ladies and gentlemen, This is the end of the show. I hate to say that.
Great SummerSlam. It was a
uh,
great SummerSlam.
It was.
Anika is the World Wrestling Net Workhouse Wrestling Network heavyweight champion. Yes, she'll be controlling Friday night fights. Sammy gonna take a day. Also, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you watch along when we have watch alongs Friday nights. Some pay-per-views on Saturdays. Right now, there's no Saturday show. It's on hold. Catch us on social media. Let me take this banner down. Banner. Ladies and gentlemen, on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Discord, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and Twitter. I don't know why I just went blind all of a sudden. It's just like, what?
Oh, boo boo.
Ladies and gentlemen, Google Podcasts is gone. I think the other ones are still here. YouTube Audio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music. I know it's been some months, okay? Life been lifing. But I'm going to get it back again, okay? I'm already scheduling stuff on the podcast. I'm coming back. I'm not here full time, but I am the social media manager, okay? I'm getting back to my job. When you get on there for the podcast, you'll see this icon, that the new icon we have. Again, ladies and gentlemen, when we change icons, we change them during seasons. This is our second or third season. So this is the new podcast logo is this. Okay? But make sure, for those who don't want to be embarrassed, lean into the horse. For those who don't know, this is our QR code to all our social links. This is the horsey, and you can click him and make sure you go to our link tree to click the horsey, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, on Monday, 10 a.m., it's Sing Stars with your girl Dolores and Jade News as we talk all things indie pro wrestling. From New Japan, GCW, Stardom, OVW. We've talked about every and anything. Now we're including MLW and pay-per-views and ROH and any and everything. We talk about indie upcoming wrestlers on Seeing Stars. You're with us here at 10:30 on Tuesday, Eastern Standard Time, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time for the Cookout, where all the gang gets together to talk and have a good time. You will see or hear me participate on the Cookout because I will be taking over for the good one, CM, Mother of the Year, and doing the Clown of the Weeks until she gets back. CM, we love you. Hello, CM.
Love, hearts.
Hopefully you sleep.
Good.
Friday nights, you have Friday Night Fights with Anika and Slammin' Sammy Joe as they do a watch along to SmackDown and AEW Rampage. Sometimes there's a pay-per-view along with it, but most of the times it's SmackDown and Rampage. Then you wake up on Saturday mornings to Winter Circle, where you have ALW, Slammin' Sammy Joe, and Anika talk about Raw, NXT, and AEW. I don't know why it's not here, but on Saturday this is at 11. At Sunday at 11, you have what is it? Into the Square Circle with Slammin' Sammy Joe and ALW. That tells you I'm winding down, and I got like a game I'm supposed to be on at 1. Where they play to battle it out. These two men over here to battle it out to see who will be the winner of the Into the Square Circle Championship. Also, ladies and gentlemen, from my understanding, in September sometime, there will be a retro watch along. There's a playlist already set up. You can watch the two that Sammy and ALW have already done. Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, Anika again is the champion.
Bling. You're forever anarchy queen. Bling bling.
And she won because Cody won, so you should have.
Ain't nobody said that. I didn't say you say all that.
Yeah,
Other
you won because Cody
other
won.
people won
Pull it
for
out.
me to win too. Other
Cody-
people won for me to win too.
Yeah, you won because Cody won. And so you
No,
can
Nia won. I won because Nia won. Don't do that.
Wait a minute. ALW didn't come down to Cody? Yeah. On the watch
Why
along, we
do
talking
you
about
agree to that? You're not lie with me. Lie with me.
no.
If
No,
Solo had won, I would have won, but because Cody won and Nika won, so. But that,
You know what? We gotta get out of
let's
here.
be clear. Let's be clear. We were in that position tied because Nia Jackson won.
otherwise, I would have been the first.
Otherwise, Sammy
Thank
would have
you.
been first. So,
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you all know something. Today, Clown of the Week, Logan Paul. Okay?
Why are you the creep? You know what?
Logan Paul. TK, remember this. Because this needs to stop, okay? But sometimes I feel like, okay? And also, if Solo had a won, I would have. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen.
Clip. Okay.
Yeah.
for
But
fuck's sake.
listen, Cody, Solo, after seeing you cry like that.
Say it. I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry.
I don't know who that man is.
Am I lying? The Miz sucks. Am I lying? Ask me.
No, he doesn't. But your mom.
Listen, I just asked you, am I lying? Am I lying? I think I'm lying. So, and with that being said, like
Security. She's not credentialed. Remove her from the arena. Security.
no, you're not going to take me out of here without a fight. Ladies and gentlemen, as you see from the bottom up, it's getting hot in here. So I gotta cut the lights out and put us in the dark. And so until then, ladies and gentlemen, peace.
Bye.